Hello everyone, welcome into Community Distance Reiki. It's wonderful to see you this evening. If you're new here, go ahead and click that live chat button. Feel free to introduce yourself, make any requests for your personal well-being. We're going to get things started off by building a beautiful crystal grid exactly to all of your requests. For those of you who are returning, welcome back and thank you for the ongoing support. And if you are watching this as a pre-recorded video, the healing will be there for you just the same. If you want to skip ahead to the healing portion, start your journey at about the 1 hour, 15-minute point. So for those of you who are new, my name's Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and I've been teaching Usui Reiki for about 15 years. If you want to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification classes, if you want to schedule a one-on-one healing or a tarot reading, or if you would like to shop my Reiki charged crystals, head on over to Learn Reiki Philadelphia. It's linked in the description along with all my social media and my email newsletter. So thanks again for being here. Let's go ahead, slide over to the grid, start building, and say hi to everyone. Awesome. So whoops, things got a little knocked out of orbit here. How is everyone today? Yeah, we've got that new moon energy coming in. New moon in Scorpio for sure. Okay. Oop. There we go. Sorry about that. There we go. Awesome. So as per usual, we have our mirror, which helps to reflect and deflect any negative stuff way back to where it needs to go, not bringing it in here. And we've also got our copper spiral. Copper helps to break up energy blockages, get the optimal flow of energy going. So let's go ahead and say hellos. Jenny, Goddess of Four, Still Not Still, Lila Ray, Flower. Oh, so good to see you all. Violet Integration. Patty and Key, Seiko, welcome. Victoria, welcome back. Danny Marie, I hope you're doing well. Oh man, let's go ahead and start building that grid. Yeah, the energy feels a bit much. I think we're all whelmed. We're plenty whelmed. That's enough. I chronically feel like that joke, like that's enough slices. Yeah, I feel like we're all there. So let's see. First request is from Jenny, the babies, so your nephews, being aware of and honest with yourself, courage to be vulnerable, metamorphosis, and connection to others. I love that. Let's go ahead, dive right in. I grabbed a couple crystals already for you. So first is Septarian. This is really helpful with any kind of personal work you're doing on your emotional side. This can help you to go to those really deep places that are really painful, and even feeling safe enough to be vulnerable definitely supports it. Also, like getting to the root of issues. So like the root cause of beliefs, habits, things like that are getting in your own way. Also really helpful for muscle pain and spasms, as well as healing the skin. So let's go ahead and bring this in. Very empowering for the solar plexus chakra, which is the center of self-identity and following through on what you want in life. And next, I'm going to go ahead and dive into dragon's blood, or what might often be called dragon stone, depending on where you see it. This is helpful for a lot of that deep inner work. It brings a lot of patience with yourself, coupled with a lot of courage to make really good, long-lasting, positive changes in your life. And also for learning from your mistakes, which I feel like is part and parcel with the patience. It takes a lot of patience to not only create those changes, but to also hold space for yourself while you do it. Helpful too for the immune and nervous systems, and also wonderful for working through grief and loss without getting kind of lost in self-pity. Wonderful too for just optimism, happiness, and gaining wisdom from your experiences in life. So we will bring this in. So that is dragon's blood, dragon stone, dragon's blood jasper, yes, all of the above. And for the babies, Let's bring in some rhodochrosite. This helps with mother-baby bonding, and it can also help with healing any kind of maternal wounds that you might be struggling with. Helpful too for the lungs and asthma, and also for stress headaches, but wonderful for intuition as well, particularly mediumship and channeling. So awesome, we will bring that in. All the best to you, Jenny. Good to see you. Hey, Jen, I hope you're doing well. Hey, Chris, I hope you are doing well too. Yeah, patience definitely seems like that's been a thing for lots of folks the last few days, like my clients, my one-on-one clients too. It's been a big deal. That and really deep looking at things, looking at ourselves and getting things out of our way. We're all doing a lot of heavy lifting lately. Eclipse season will kind of bring that out. If you really kind of go with it, it can really do that. Let's see. I see Goddess of Four healing intentions, body pain, weight loss, teeth and joints, and forgetting the items you bought but haven't received from a website. Oh no. I hope it's not either. If you do need any help navigating anything like that, I had to deal with something like that recently too, but yeah, long story. Anyway, let's see what we can do. Those who would... Here we go. Let's bring in some sunstone. Sunstone helps to expand our vision of ourselves and what is capable, what we're capable of achieving. It's one that really boosts your prominence. It helps you to get seen, be recognized, be noticed. If you're going for a job, this not only helps with bringing in opportunities for a career, but it can help you be seen as maybe your resume jumps out above the others, or your interview goes particularly well. Also helpful for luck, which is helpful, and for not only phobia support, but this is thought to be protective against anyone or anything that would exploit you in regards to money or exploit your funds. So I'm hoping that this is helpful for you. It's also helpful for phobias and things too. So let's go ahead. We'll start with these here, and then we'll end up moving them out a little later. But that is orange sunstone. So yeah, if it's helps to protect folks from exploiting your money, that might be a good one. Let's see what else we have. Healing, body pain, weight loss, teeth, and joints. Okay, cool. So let's do... Howlite helps with teeth, bones, joints, and also is another stone that can help with themes around frustration, anger, and resentment. But when it comes to bone health and joint pain and things like that, howlite is exceptional. It's often thought to help with building bone density and integrity as well. So if you struggle with that kind of an issue, I have osteopenia, yeah, this can be a helpful stone. Of course, nothing I do is a replacement for anything else. Definitely still take your supplements and do your weight-bearing exercises, but why not get some Reiki and hang out with some crystals? But yeah, I will bring this in. It's also thought to be helpful for folks that might be trying to, say, avoid dislocations if you're prone to them. General protection of joints and skeletal body. So let's go here and here. All right, we're starting to cook with gas here. Next is blue apatite. This will help with weight loss. In that it helps with weight loss in that it can help shift our relationship with food. Regardless of what that looks like for our unique picture, this can be really helpful for it. Also for strengthening our auric field, so we're less inclined to absorb the energy of others. Helps to with awareness of your soul's purpose and giving you some courage to sort of bring it into action. Also really helpful for harmony and peace. So let's go ahead and bring in Blue Apatite. There we go. Fantastic. And I also brought in some lapis for general body pain. This is another stone that can be really helpful for career improvement as well as pain and inflammation. If you're looking to grow your sense of integrity, like follow through, meeting your commitments, open, honest communication, personal responsibility, lapis really helps to prop you up in that regard. It helps to remind you of where you might be deficient, and it helps you to think of the best way to move forward. Wonderful too for vertigo and hearing loss. So let's bring in some lapis. And I hope things go well for you, Goddess of Four. I'm so glad that you are here. Awesome. And Flower looking to set and keep boundaries. Absolutely. Kiki, welcome in. Korakar and Vincent, welcome in. I will get to everybody's requests. I'm just going to kind of keep going down the line. Feel free to hang out, chill amongst yourselves. Chat as you all are. You all are so incredibly supportive of each other, and I love to see this. So yeah, let's go ahead on to the next ones. But yes, lots and lots of love for you, Goddess of Four. Flower to set and keep boundaries. Let's do... My favorite stone for that is yellow calcite, without a doubt. This is everything in support of your solar plexus chakra, your sense of self, personal identity, free will, and absolutely boundaries, where others end and you begin, and defining that and holding that definition. Helpful too for optimism and confidence in lots of ways, but also helps you to reset boundaries and priorities, even more importantly, based around what's important to you and what you want in the future rather than what others have kind of pushed upon you. Wonderful too for clearing blockages around those boundaries and around self-identity, who we are and how we want to move forward in life. So it helps with releasing to any feelings around needing to get the approval of others or needing to be liked, that kind of stuff. Allows you to trust yourself quite a bit more. Awesome. So let's see. Awesome. So let's keep going. And thank you, Flower. Also, more money and invest money. Is that a certain kind of money, like investment money, or like finding money in your stowed away vests and coats? Because that's a thing too. That's a thing too. Let's see. Let's do some citrine. This calls in a lot of financial abundance. Oops, it looks like some rubies ended up with the citrine. Let me fix that. There we go. So citrine helps with manifesting financial abundance, and it's also helpful with making really good financial decisions, with balancing logic with intuition, and also with body pain specifically related to things like fibromyalgia. It's also a wonderful stone for nausea as well. So let's go ahead and bring this in. that's always a big helper when it comes to financial stuff. So let's go ahead and grab the next one. Hope that's helpful. Thank you for the reminder for likes. I appreciate that. Intention for a productive week ahead, quick boost in finances, and inner peace. You got it, Violet Integration. So let's see. Let's do some red tiger eye. Cool, so let's go ahead with inner peace. Blue apatite is helpful. So is snowflake obsidian. This is a stone that can really help us work through feelings around guilt and loss, as well as just generally help to rebalance body, mind, and spirit. This one helps to calm overstimulation, helps you to connect with your inner sense of peace and harmony. Wonderful too for clairaudience, which is our spiritual healing and hearing rather, and helps us with opening up to hope after a time of loss. So let's bring in snowflake obsidian. This one can also help us to recognize our patterns that we might not notice that are getting in the way. So that is snowflake obsidian. Garnet will help with productivity and organization and like taking a fresh new look at things to find the best way to do them. This is a stone that brings a lot of creativity and grounding. It's a very like seeing things as they truly are and truly evaluating right down to the stud, so to speak, and being able to say, okay, let me take a whole new look at everything and find the best way to go about all of these things from an organized perspective so that I can use my energy and attention wisely. It's also wonderful for creativity and for courage. So that is garnet. And next is red tiger eye. This helps with money in a hurry. And I did peek ahead and see that there is a request for psychic protection. This is great for both. So red tiger eye is highly, highly protective. And this is also one that, you know, it's protective whether it's mundane stuff like bullies, people picking on you, trying to do any number of things, but also on the spiritual side. If anyone's doing any kind of malevolent spiritual work, psychic attack, that kind of thing, red tiger eye is usually one of my first go-tos for stuff like that. It's also really helpful for calling in financial abundance in a hurry. So let's bring that in. So red tiger eye right there. And I'm just going to go ahead and reorganize a few of these. Oop. If we start things off well, the grid keeps growing well. If we start things off crooked, it only gets worse from there. Okay, cool. So what else do we have here? Productive. Okay. Awesome. Thank you, Violet Integration. Lots of love for you. Still not standing. I'm dealing with frustration surrounding lack of autonomy as a disabled adult. I'm so sorry. I'm actually disabled too. You're so super welcome. I can support that in any way I can. Let's see. Definitely one for frustration. Do mortarite. Let's see. Yellow calcite will be really helpful. So let's bring in dumortierite. This definitely helps with frustration. Absolutely howlite too, but this is really excellent for it. Dumortierite helps also with anger and like frustration, especially in a time like this when it's something that's been building over a long period of time and it's kind of it's almost like exponentially bigger than it started as. Dumortierite's really helpful. It's also helpful for standing up for ourselves and with having patience. So this supports a few of the requests, and it's completely different from your request, but this also helps with helping nervous dogs too. So for those of you who do fostering and things like that, and I know a lot of you do, dumortierite can be really helpful for that too. But yeah, this is great for frustration. And for the boundaries request that we had earlier, this will be helpful for that too. So that's dumortierite. Red jasper is helpful for lots of grounding type energy. This is helpful for empowerment and for also psychic and spiritual protection. Definitely the empowerment for you, the psychic and spiritual protection, at least for Cora Carr, but maybe some others of us too. This is everything having to do with the root chakra. That's our basic needs, primal urges, fight or flight, fear and safety stuff, and also feeling like alive and thriving kind of sense. Wonderful too for grounding the root and also for emotional support. Can be really helpful for emotional support during long-term illnesses, long-term convalescence, and in cases like this, absolutely too. So that is red jasper. This is also indicated in many cases for depression. So just putting that out there for anyone it might be helpful for. Go. And peridot. This helps with the good friends and the good people in our lives. This helps with shoring up those connections so that the friendships you do have, it'll be highlighted more, it'll be more supported. This is also helpful for breaking bad habits and cycles. Wonderful for things having to do with digestion, whether it's painful digestion like IBS, Crohn's, or even acid reflux. Peridot is really helpful. Also wonderful too for anger and jealousy. So we'll bring that in. So that's peridot. So thank you. And thank you for being here, Still Not Still. You're always welcome here, for what it's worth. Oh, that was Goddess of Ford. That was supposed to be fast money, although you would like to find some money in clothes, right? Hey, Kath, welcome in. Oh, no, you're doing fine, Kiki. Yeah, you can ask for exactly what you want, just like you did. Your words are perfect. And I will definitely get to everyone's requests. I promise. It just might take me a little bit to get to yours. And let's see, where did I leave off? Let's see. Jennifer Vatz's intentions, 1111 manifestations, definitely. Possible travel plans, speaking the truth of your heart. Ooh, I like those both. So let's do speaking truth. Let's do blue lace agate. Let's see if you requested any specific stones too. Yep, you did. Oh, blue lace agate you requested. Makes sense. Honey calcite, moonstone, manifestation quartz, calcite. So kunzite is a very high vibrational stone of emotional support, connectedness, universal oneness, unity, consciousness, and also just that we are divine manifestations of love. And whenever I hold this, I always feel very close to like Kuan Yin energy. Very, very helpful. I feel like if you're intrigued by things like, or feel really wonderful around rose quartz, this is like many octaves above. It's like the crown and the heart together in a sense. I hope that helps. But yeah, that's pink kunzite. Blue lace agate helps with speaking our truth, especially if it's something that's difficult to get past our throat. If it feels difficult and challenging to be vulnerable and share whatever it is, it helps to, in a way, support the throat chakra to help you express your truth. Wonderful too for arthritis and fractures, as well as skin allergies, tension headaches, and sore throat. So that is blue lace agate. Next is honey calcite, which helps us to find the people that are the best match for us at this point in our lives. And that's all of the people that show up in our life. New colleagues, new neighbors, new romantic interests, new friends, whatever it might be. Definitely helps us connect with folks that are in harmony with where we're at right now. This is a stone that works with both the solar plexus, which is your center of self-identity and free will, and the sacral, which supports how you relate to the world around you broadly and how you relate to the individuals in your life, like your personal relationships too. Also helpful for the challenges that may come with menopause and for optimism in challenging times. Let's see, are we able to see those? Yes, we are. Okay. Okay, good stuff. Awesome. And moonstone. This helps us to connect with any kind of lunar magic or full moon or new moon manifestations or intention settings, connecting with the rhythms and cycles and patterns of nature, with spiritual wisdom, with women's wisdom and protection for women, as well as protection for travelers, and to connect with the knowingness of the world. If you're looking for ancient spiritual truths or just feeling out the truth and the wisdom of knowledge, this can be really, really helpful. It's also wonderful for attracting a romantic interest. So let's go ahead and place this right up here. There we go. And manifestation quartz is exactly what it sounds like. So take a peek at the inclusions here. It's not really an inclusion, but more like a shadow. It's like a shadow of the crystal itself. This is a manifestation quartz, and it does help to empower what we're calling in or manifesting. So we will place that in there. And thank you, Jennifer Vatsa, for providing that to our group, as well as the Dumortierite. Definitely check out Jen's shop at Belladonna's Botanicals. You can just Google that and it will come up. Thank you for being here. It's so good to see you. I hope all of these things go well. And Victoria, I think we hit the patience on that. It's definitely something a lot of us are struggling with today. Those are some good requests, Patty. Hey, Creative Diva, welcome in. Those are beautiful requests. I'm getting to everybody's request one at a time, so I will definitely get to it. And yeah, well worded. You're doing well. Welcome in. Hey, Catherine. Good to see you. Okay, let's see. Aquamarine Fuchsite Pre-Night. Aquamarine Fuchsite. Got some of your requests already. Tree Agate. Amazonite Rose Quartz. And you can request intentions or crystal specifically, whatever feels right. Let's see, some bloodstone. Fluorite blue calcite. Cool. So let's start off with rose quartz. A lot of us are really familiar with this, and it's a high vibrational heart chakra stone that helps to really replace a lot of that heart chakra energy when we feel emotionally depleted. It can also help us to shift into a more positive place of acceptance when it comes to love, helping us to see that we deserve higher versions and higher expressions of love than we have accepted in the past. And also to shift a lot of really difficult energies, like if you feel just emotionally bereft from grieving or anything, this can be a really helpful stone. So rose quartz. Awesome. Tree agate helps with regulating energy in the body and providing quite a bit of physical well-being from bringing that energetic harmony and balance. It's sacred in Ayurveda, which is the sister science to yoga, which you might be familiar with the chakras. Well, those are the bigger parts of that energy anatomy, if you will. This brings it all the way down into the tiniest little tributaries of energy, all the way out into your physical body, called the nadi. This is thought to balance that flow of energy regardless of the nature of the imbalance, why it's there, or what's needed to bring things into harmony. It's thought to support physical harmony and well-being on all levels. So we will bring in tree agate. Amazonite helps with the spine and spinal nerves. And it can be very supportive for self-care, especially for folks who tend to be resistant to caring for themselves. They tend to think of everyone else before themselves. I think of this as the high octave nurse's stone, if you will. Like, please take some care. Take really good care. You deserve it. Also helpful for, like I said, the spine and spinal nerve, so even certain types of nerve pain. So we will bring this in. This also helps with good luck. So let's go ahead and put this on the moonstone. There we go. Bloodstone, which also goes by the name heliotrope, really, really helpful for like emotional first aid. This is a deep, deep green with little bits of red. So it works with the heart and the root chakras. This is one that helps to support you with emotional stamina to go through even a long-term kind of, a long-term process that's really emotionally difficult, whether it's something like grieving someone's passing, dealing with like a divorce or a bittersweet move. Anything that kind of shakes your world, it almost feels like someone ripped the carpet out from under your feet kind of thing. Wonderful too for relieving self-doubt, and it helps to calm the mind during meditation. So let's see. Let's put this here. So that's bloodstone. Prehnite is very helpful for facilitating any kind of spiritual learning. It also helps with, it's another stone that actually helps with quieting a wandering mind during meditation or spiritual work or even energy work, and can be very helpful with things like lucid dreaming, scrying, channeling, mediumship, any kind of high level intuitive pursuits. Also for folks that channel like interdimensional beings and things, this is thought to be a very helpful stone for that. On the physical level, wonderful for things like anemia, gout, the kidneys, and bladder overall. So that is prehnite. And prehnite is now available in the crystal shop. It's up. Blue calcite is another emotional stuff hits the fan stone, if you will, for me. This is one that I often use for folks that are just emotionally overwhelmed, doesn't quite cut it. This is usually what I go for, but it's also good for like lower level versions of those things. It helps us with any level of emotional pain. This helps with soothing the pain that we struggle to verbalize and put words to. So this could actually help with verbalizing your heart's wishes, desires, and needs. So Jen, this might be helpful there. And also wonderful for bringing healing, revelations, and clarity, like intuitive connection as well during this. Wonderful too for decision making, especially when you might not otherwise be in the greatest position for making any decisions. It can help you to deal with that in a way that's supportive and ultimately best for you. Let's actually put these here. Here we go. There we go. Fluorite helps with chaotic energy. It brings in tons of relaxation. But whenever things are swirling around, it just feels like there's just a hurricane of everything going on and you're in control of none of it. It helps you to be a little bit of that eye of the hurricane, like the calm in the middle. So it's very, very supportive. It's also wonderful for moms and newborns to kind of like chill back out after the delivery. So we'll bring this in. So again, that's fluorite. And fluorite actually forms in these lovely octahedrons. So let's put these around. Next is aquamarine. That has a definitive vibe of may justice prevail. And it's also, this is another one too that can be good for teeth and gums. So Goddess of Four, hopefully this will help you too. Wonderful too for forgiveness and deflecting emotionally immature, petty kind of behaviors. We like to call it the anti-Karen stone here, but also wonderful for, like I said, forgiveness. So we will bring this in. And that's forgiveness, whether it's the I forgive you to set you free so I can set myself free, or the I forgive you to give you another chance, whichever might feel best for you. So last one is fuchsite. This one helps with self-care as well. It helps us to channel play for the sense of just play, which can really renew and restore our spirit and also help support anyone that's working with their inner child and reintegration in that way. This can be helpful too for spinal alignment, sleep disturbances, and it's thought to be helpful for the pain that comes with carpal tunnel. So let's bring this in. This is also thought to boost energy of other stones. So that is fuchsite. Woo. Let's do that. There we go. Fantastic. And awesome. I'm so glad that you are here. Yeah, and we have all the others in there, so good stuff. Hey, Prudence Jane. Good to see you. Oh, you were after Still Not Still. Let me make sure I may have skipped you on accident. Oh, I did miss it. I'd love a crystal for kindness and manifesting love and community. Absolutely. So let's see. Manifesting love and community. Definitely like manifesting community and manifesting in general, the manifestation quartz The honey calcite is one I would definitely bring out if it wasn't already, to help like call in that community of great people. Let's also do and I'm thinking about kindness too. I keep thinking carnelian for that, so I'm going to go with my first intuition. So definitely for helping bring about that sense of love. This is helpful. This is ruby. Ruby definitely helps with themes around love, as well as fertility and the pain of fibromyalgia. But wonderful too for the confidence to be yourself, and for themes around leadership and management abilities. But this definitely brings a strong, loving energy. So let's bring in ruby. We've already got the honey calcite, so let's bring in the carnelian. So carnelian is often thought of as the like relationship stone, and it very much is, but also on a much more broad level. Carnelian is how we relate to the world around us. It's relationship beyond, to anything beyond yourself, and all the way down to like the interpersonal relationships, your closest, most intimate relationships. So this one can also help. This is a great stone for like groups and things like that to kind of come together and harmonize a little bit. Helpful too for cold, allergies, as well as wounds that are healing, helping to let go of apathy and laziness and feeling a little bit more empowered. Brings in quite a bit of creativity, but definitely supports those relationships on all levels, but especially romantic ones. This definitely helps call in romantic relationships. It's the stone of the sacral chakra, very much governs sexuality. So it's those very intimate relationships, but also all of them. So when it comes to manifesting community, this is a stone that balances the internal center of community. How we get on with others. This is a powerful one. And I feel like for the other one too, I often feel like Snowflake Obsidian can really help with being within balance within ourselves, which does shift how we show up, and part of how it helps us be embodiments of peace and harmony. So I feel like that's helpful too. So let me know if you feel like that kind of covers it all, or if there's more that you want me to put in there. But lots of love to you, Victoria. Go ahead and have your nap. Prudence, welcome in. Gail, good to see you. Kanta, wonderful to see you. And Patty, you're so right. There's so much synchronicity in here. Let's see. Okay, and Danny Marie, requesting a crystal to assist in moving through this intense lunar Scorpio energy. Scorpio season is kicking your butt. Absolutely, I get it. The first stone I grab for anything around like lunar transits is always Moonstone, which is here. But also, kind of like Scorpio energy is very transformational. They're the ones who will destroy a thing that's in the way to clear the land for something better to come in. And yeah, it is really intense energy. So we have the Moonstone. A stone of big like transformation, like Death Stone or Death card in the tarot kind of way. We've got some good ones. Let's bring in some Herkimer and some Jet. So first of all, Jet helps with that Scorpio energy of destruction, like in the sense of Shiva. Shiva is the great destroyer, breaking the things that are in the way of progress. And Jet very much encompasses that. So this is what happens when a tree is fossilized very quickly through intense heat, usually volcanic activity, which is very much happening all over the world right now. But this helps with that quick, sudden transformation of being one thing, something happens, and everything is radically transformed. So those sense of letting go of the past and kind of embracing what's new and coming in. It can also help with protection against any kind of negative energy and entities, and also helps with anyone that's working around death and dying, whether you are helping someone you care about through the hospice journey, or if you have an older senior pet that's closer to the end of their life than the beginning, this might be helpful. But yeah, everything around like death and rebirth kind of stuff is definitely Jet. And Herkimer can help with something that I think will really help you through this season, and that's being in the present moment. And Herkimer definitely helps that. This also helps to boost anything that you might be manifesting. It's wonderful for kind of balancing, harmonizing really discordant energy. So if things just feel kind of like so many different radio stations playing at the same time, this will help the energetic equivalent of that. Also great for balancing the metabolism and just general relaxation and feeling connected to spirit. Definitely connection with your intuition. So let's go ahead and put these here. Let's actually put these here. Yeah, it is one heck of a season right now, isn't it? All the best to you, Danny Marie. I hope that helps. Yeah, I'm really resonating with tonight's request too. Okay, cool. Chevron Amethyst. Oh, thank you. Chevron Amethyst helps with connection to spirit. It's actually very much connected with Herkimer Diamond. This is a stone that helps to take what we're requesting and asking for and bring it up to spirit, and helps us to better hear the response and see the response. And the chevrons in amethyst are part of the crystal that looks like it actually has those chevrons, that kind of like zigzag motion. Also wonderful for degenerative diseases, but boosting manifestation, intuition, clairvoyance, all of those things. Any kind of visionary work too. So we'll bring that in. Very powerful stone of intuitive energy work. And I'm going to go ahead, and you had also said sapphire, so I'll do that now. Sapphire is another one that helps us with our intuition and connection to spirit. It's a very angelic stone. It helps us to connect with not only our angels, but also our spirit guides, and it can really support mediumship and channeling. This is one, too, that can be very, very helpful with the thyroid, eyes, ears, and it's supportive of folks with dementia and those who care about and for them. Helps, too, with envisioning a positive outcome when things are chaotic and shifting all around you, when it can be really hard to think that there's going to be a good outcome. Blue sapphire can help support you to look on the bright side there. Okay. You have so much, Jet. It's such a beautiful stone, right? Oh no, there's a wildfire near you? Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that, Kanta. It's in Virginia. Wow, okay. Lee, Nico, welcome in. Good to see you. Let me get some of Chris's requests and then I'll keep on going. Let's do some. I got most of your requests actually. We've got rose quartz, carnelian, moonstone, herkimer, sapphire, garnet are all in there. Citrine's in there, ruby's in there. Lapis, rhodochrosite's in there, apatite's in there. Let's do malachite, pyrite, green aventurine. So malachite can be a really helpful stone if you're looking to move through really intense emotional pain. This helps to keep the stuff that you're processing moving through, so you get a little less likely to get stuck as you go through those really difficult, challenging times. It's also really helpful for the liver, pancreas, spleen, and it's thought to be supportive of things like anxiety and depression. And this is where I usually remind everyone, like, nothing I do is a replacement for anything else. But these can help for sure. And this is one that helps me with depression, but it's certainly far from the only thing. It's also helpful for insomnia and arthritis, inflammation, and for phobias, particularly fear of flying. So we'll bring this in. But yeah, moving through those difficult emotions so that you can kind of feel a little bit more free on the other side of them. So let's go ahead and put these here and here in this case. Okay. Green aventurine helps with expanding what we think we're capable of. It helps us transform those limiting beliefs. If you are like, oh, I can't do that. That's out. I'd never be able to do that. This is one that encourages you and said, it's okay, give it a shot. So if you're cooking for Thanksgiving and you're like, oh, I don't know if I can do this, get some green aventurine. It will help you. Also wonderful for heart rhythms, eye problems, fertility. So yeah, if you're struggling to learn something too, this can be really helpful. So if you know someone that's like studying something that they're finding to be very, very challenging, like especially things like a foreign language, this can help encourage you and say, it's okay, try again. Pyrite is fool's gold, and it also helps to bring in the real gold. Nobody minds that. Very helpful for the lungs as well as fever, the brain, particularly memory, and also thought to be helpful for supporting the body to make the most of Reiki treatments, helping your body to basically like use that energy to the greatest extent it can. So let's go ahead and put some pyrite around. There we go. Yeah, Sunday grids are always a little bit bigger, so I try to leave lots of room. There we go. So that's pyrite. I think we got most others. But yeah, thank you for being here, and I will come back and double check that we get all of yours in. Yes, all the best to you and your family, Kanta. I hope everything goes well. Labradorite, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I'm happy to. It's is this thought to protect against fire? If it is, let me know. I'm super curious, but this is one that can help with better sleep. Also helps with behavior and workplace harmony and people just generally getting along. Helps too with research and study and detailed attention to, especially if you're looking for one particular thing in a big pile of things, like one little bit in a line of data, for example. This can help. If you're looking for something in your house and you're tearing your house apart, bring in some labradorite. Also great for clairvoyance, which is again your spiritual sight. And for enjoying travel. So that is labradorite. It's looking better today? Okay, good. Okay. Let's see. Korakar intentions, protection from energy vampires, and the evil eye. Absolutely. So we have red tiger eye, which I mentioned for you. We also have jet, which is very helpful for that stuff. And pyrate's helpful for that. There are big protector energies. Let's also do... Okay, so first is black tourmaline. Black tourmaline helps to repel and dispel negative energy. You can put this around your workspace, your home, or carry it around with you if you're someone who's empathic especially. This is a stone that can be very supportive of empaths for that reason. But yeah, it just basically, it's a stone that I've even sewn into curtains to protect the energy of the house, kind of thing. Next is shungite. Shungite helps to deep clear our energy field, and it helps to release not only stress and emotional pain, but general energy blocks. This is actually something that might even be in your water filter system. It's a really dynamic stone in all the things that it does, metaphysically and physically. Also helps with physical recovery and tissue repair, deep cleaning our energy field, and if you're sensitive to electromagnetic fields, this is a must-have. So that is shungite. So let's do a piece here and here. Kind of balance out the malachite there. There we go. And then the next stone I wanted to bring in is pneumite. I feel like I had a couple of these I put down and forgot where I put them. Let's see. Oh, here we go. So this is pneumite. Pneumite is from Greenland. It's the only place it's mined. And if you really look at it, you can see in this darkness, you see these flashes of golden light that come up out of it. And it's really thought to embody, like as we're doing our deep shadow work and personal introspection and really changing ourselves to be the best version of ourselves that we can be, that while we're doing that heavy lifting, this will help illuminate truths and bring in the light of spirit to help guide you on your way. It's also incredibly protective. This is something that many folks put near their magical tools, their tarot cards, things like that, to keep negative energy from attaching to them. So I'm going to bring this in. It's also really helpful for being kind of near the veil. Again, like if people are close to passing away or anything like that too, this can be helpful. So let's do this. So that's 2 pieces of pneumite, and then 2 more pieces of pneumite. Awesome. So lots of love to you, Korakar. I hope that that's helpful. Lots of love to you. And let's see. Kiki. Okay, I'm just getting to yours now, Kiki. Positive energy, facing a lot of hardships, homelessness, relationship issues. Oh, gotcha. Absolutely. So let's do Zoisite might be helpful. So Zoisite brings in a lot of, first of all, it helps us release a lot of negative energy, and it helps us to reconnect with nature, which can help really renew our spirit and like shift our energy. But it's also really good for anybody that might be struggling with like seasonal affective type issues. Wonderful too for facing all of the different things we need to get done, like what seems like insurmountable tasks or what might actually be insurmountable tasks. This is one that helps you to get through the obstacles, like the idea of the proverbial sandwich. How do you eat a sandwich one bite at a time? This helps you to work through all of the issues to get to your ultimate goal. And I'm also going to bring in tourmalinated quartz. There we go. So tourmalinated quartz is black tourmaline going through quartz. This can help to move really stuck energy. So this is energy around like nervousness, helping to relieve it, helping to ground it. But also it helps with opportunities to earn money, new types of revenue streams, new jobs, anything like that. Great too for protection of travelers, particularly by car, and breaking up not only really old stuck energy, but also really old stuck habits, patterns, things that just aren't serving. It'll help break them up so that you can like move through them a little bit more easier. I really hope this helps, and lots of love to you too. And we've got a lot of financial abundance stones in there too, but I hope that all of this is supportive for you. Let's go ahead and put this in here. Whoop. Go. There we go. Okay. Relationship issues are definitely the carnelian that was there, and the yellow calcite and the honey calcite. But no, you said it totally right. Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help. Are lapis and lapis lazuli the same? Yes. Yes, they are. I should probably mention that more. Intentions: establishing routine, consistency with self-care, motivation to start projects, and self-love. So let's go ahead and do establishing routine and consistency with self-care. I would say lapis helps with consistency and like personal responsibility, but also let's see. I'm going to say chrysoprase can be helpful too. This is a stone that, among other things, it can help us to have follow through and to complete our goals. So this might help you to kind of like stick to it at first until it becomes part of your normal routine. It also helps with picking up the pieces after any kind of loss, or if you have to like suddenly shift perspective or change trajectory, kind of pivot, if you will. This is a stone that helps to say, yes, maybe things didn't turn out the way you wanted, but you can still keep going even if you have to shift your direction. Wonderful too for burnout. So that is chrysoprase. So let's go ahead and put these maybe here. There we go. Okay. Motivation too. Let's do polychrome jasper. Helps with reigniting your sense of purpose and can also really help with motivation in general, getting yourself moving, getting going, literally helping the joints and movement in your body, but also helping to like break indifference. wonderful too for self-confidence and for connecting with your Earth Star chakra. And that's basically connecting with your soul's purpose and being able to act on it. So let's bring that in. It brings a lot more passion to your soul's purpose. So let's bring this in. Here we go. There we go. So that is polychrome jasper. And I'm also going to bring in pink tourmaline. This helps with migraines and nerve pain, but can also be really helpful with breaking up a negative self-image so that we can start to recalibrate how we see ourselves, so that we can see ourselves as lovable. This might be really helpful. Also helpful for muscle weakness as well as mother-baby bonding and any kind of gynecologic issues, like any at all. So that is pink tourmaline. There we go. So all the best to you, Kath. I hope that that helps. And we do have the other self-care stones of Amazonite as well as fuchsite in there. Good to see you, though. Yeah, lots of new folks. Welcome in, everyone. Creativity and writing, you got it. We have carnelian, which is a great creativity stone, and we also have, for fast money, red tiger eye. For writing and expression, let's bring in some blue tiger eye. This also will help support a little bit of what Jen brought in with like speaking truth. This is a stone that helps with that expression, whether it's writing, whether it's speaking, to allow that to flow. This can help with calming stress and ease, and it can support you with bold communications. If you are doing like facts over feelings, or if you are trying to write like your story, your perspective, this can really empower that. It can also help with like protection of truth tellers and whistleblowers. But it's very helpful too for teachers. So that is blue tiger eye. And I'm going to do sodalite. Wonderful for expression and communication, regardless of how you communicate or express, whether it's dancing, singing, writing, speaking, shouting, whatever it might be. This really helps with getting the essence out and shared with others. Helps too with coming to terms around aging and menopause, as well as grounding impulses and supporting individuals through things like homesickness. So let's bring in sodalite. This is a great one for dealing with things like if you feel like you have all the words or the things you want to say and you just can't figure out how to like bring it out and show it or share it. Very helpful. Very helpful too for Mercury retrogrades. Sodalite. Good to see you, Catherine. Stepping into the best and most correct version of yourself. Larimer helps with connecting with your spiritual purpose in your own way with confidence. This supports you to realize that spiritual purpose, that spiritual path, it's one that no one else has beaten you to it. It's only your path. So it's not like a visible path. You kind of have to cut the path as you go. And this really supports you in that feeling of pioneering, facing something new, and helps you warm up to it and help you feel supported through it. Also helps to support the balance of self and ego. So let's go ahead and place this right in the center. That is Larimer, which I happen to be wearing. It's very helpful. For Creative Diva, healing, protection, joy, positive connections, positive and peaceful reconciliation. Oh, I love all of that. Absolutely. The first one I would bring out for you, it's already here. Positive and peaceful reconciliation is aquamarine. That really helps with forgiveness, regardless of what that looks like for you individually. So that can be really, really helpful with that reconciliation. We also the carnelian can be really helpful with that. Let's see. Protection, joy, positive connections. I feel like black onyx wants to come out. This is a very protective stone, and it also helps to relieve self-doubt while boosting your self-esteem. It's a thoroughly well-known stone of grief and grieving, and it's very helpful for all of those kinds of things. Also helps with just fear and anxiety in general, but wonderful too for protection and connection almost through the veil, if you will. So this can help with ancestor connection, any kind of connection with those who have passed, who've departed. So that includes friends too, but wonderful for self-esteem. Also protects against anyone that would, not saying that this is related, but it protects against anyone who would play mind games too. But yeah, so that is black onyx. Let's go ahead and put this around. And kind of the best stone of like joy and happiness. The two of those are already out. I usually use yellow calcite and definitely fuchsite for that. That's very helpful. And also honey calcite for attracting good people, and the zoisite for releasing the negativity to make room for more folks and more good things to come in. So thank you for being here. Oh, you know what else? Kind of want to use smoky quartz. This is very protective, and it helps to transmute or fundamentally change energy. It's been thought so effective at protection. This was actually used to protect people's property way, way back in the day. And so it's been used as a healing and protection amulet for a long time. This also helps with calming worry and in general moving energy blocks, breaking them up and helping move them through. So that is smoky quartz. I feel like that can be really helpful. So kind of like moving that old energy out, leaving room for something new to come in. Okay. So all the best to you. So glad you are here. We're going to get started with the Reiki just as soon as I get through the last requests. And then we are going to just float in on amazing vibes. So thank you for being here. If I can fit it in azurite, you got it. And Lee, crystals for depression, focus, shadow work, finding and creating new relationships, and for new moon coming up this week. Absolutely. For new moon, we have moonstone in there. Let's see. Shadow work too, we have some good ones. Shadow work, septarian is superb for. And also kind of getting to the root cause of things can also be tourmalinated quartz too. And the numite is very helpful for shadow work. Let's do for focus, let's do bumblebee jasper. This can very much help with physical energy and mental focus, as well as help with collaborative and group work. So this may actually also help creative diva. So people coming together and kind of like that reconciliation, this can help that, like, hey, let's come together, let's look at things as what they are and get the work done. Let's hash out what we need to hash out kind of vibes. This is also a stone that helps with yin and yang balance and making decisions. And this is Bumblebee Jasper. Bumblebee Jasper has high amounts of sulfur as well as arsenic, so do be careful with it. But it brings in a lot of positivity, motivation, confidence, and like physical energy, but also that focus on what needs to be done. So that we can bring in for you for sure. Definitely the honey calcite for the new relationships too. And for depression, we can also bring in Aqua Aura. This is one that I found to be really helpful. It's an altered stone. This is clear quartz that was put through a man-made process involving gold, actually. And it's thought to be very helpful for things like depression. And I kind of tried it on a whim and found it very helpful. Not a replacement for my meds, not a replacement for all the other things I do, but certainly a really helpful support. So I hope that this helps you. Also, malachite can be really helpful. So let's go ahead and bring this in. So that is Aqua Aura, or sometimes called Blue Aura Quartz. I hope that helps, Lee, and I'm glad to see you. Ooh, Google Lens might be good for stone IDs, huh? There will be student Reiki shares this month, Vincent. I will post them ASAP and send an email about them too. I'm so sorry I missed the first 2 weeks of this month. I'm going to announce the share dates through the end of the year this week. You can try Google Lens to try to reverse look up the crystals. You can also send them to me through the email on my website at learnreikiphiladelphia.com. If I know what they are, I'll help you. But yeah, it can be hard sometimes. It can be really tricky. Oh, Catherine, I put something in for migraines. I put in pink tourmaline. Labradorite helps with the aftermath of trauma, tragedy, and major life challenges. I didn't know that. I've never used it that way. You know what I do use for that is usually black obsidian, which is volcanic glass. So somewhat related-ish to jet. This is wonderful for trauma, whether it's happening right now or just happened, or if it feels like it is. Really good acute trauma stone. Also helpful for nervous pets, very, very protective, and it helps you to deeply process and reconnect to the earth and what's around you and in the present moment. So that is black obsidian. So I hope that this helps you, Kanta. Let's go ahead and put a piece of it right here. There we go. Can't hurt to have that in there. Good call. Thank you for that. Okay, so back to Prudence Jane. Finding love and moving on from the past and self-confidence. Moving on from the past is definitely malachite, which is in here. Self-confidence. We've had a couple of stones for that, but definitely black onyx, yellow calcite in a big way. Septarian too. A couple other ones too, but those definitely. Definitely to orange sunstone and green aventurine. Let's definitely bring in, I know we have a couple stones for helping with finding love, but let's bring in another. Leopard skin jasper can really help with that. It's also helpful for connecting with our animal guides and healing for our animals, our fur babies. So yeah, additionally, leopard skin jasper helps with anything impacting the skin as well as coordination and balance. So that is leopard skin jasper. Okay. And I don't want anybody to be too late on the day, so I'm doing a best I can in regards to time. Okay. There we go. Thank you. It's good to see you, Prudence Jane. Lots of love to you. Health, well-being, and immune support. General health well-being is definitely tree agate. One of the stones that can help with like immune support is going to be mookaite, which is Australia jasper. This is one of the stones that can help with like boosting the immune system. Also really helpful with calming digestion and with accepting change. Very helpful too with making decisions. And I also feel like there's a lot of times of correlation between accepting what is and making good decisions. So yeah, mookaite. Let's go ahead. So that is Australia jasper. Let's put that one here and here. And another one that helps with the immune system to some extent is moss agate. And this one also supports general well-being. Helps your body to get the upper hand on anything that's spreading quickly, like infection, whether it's virus, whether it's bacteria or something else. Also helpful for connection to spirit and connection to intuition. Helpful for inner reflection too, connecting to your inner child and higher self. And wonderful too for just connection to nature. So this can be really helpful for those of you who are struggling with the change of seasons. So that's moss agate. So thank you for being here, Lila Ray. Gail K. It's good to see you, Gail. Frustration when you hit a stumbling block. Absolutely. We've got the perfect stones for that. The first stone I would have grabbed for you if it wasn't here already, chrysoprase. This one really helps with like, I came all this way and now this is in my way and having to find a new way around. Very supportive of that. Also, zoisite, excellent for roadblocks and kind of finding your way around them through like going through as best you can. And for frustration as well as anger and resentment, howlite and dumortierite. So lots of love to you, lots of support to you. Just reading through. Definitely happy birthday week to all the lovely Scorpios. Well said, heart. Lots of love to you. Good to see you. Kanta and Catherine, I struggle with that even with writing descriptions for new crystals for the website. Like not to get in the weeds, you know? Hey, ABC, lots of love. I hope you're doing well. So many people having amazing birthdays. All right, I think I got everybody's requests. I'll see what I can do about getting my jeweler friend maybe to do a stream with me, if I can get her to like trust some of the tech. If anybody can identify a stone by a glance, she'd be the one. But yeah, even pictures I've seen in books for certain crystals, even I know they're wrong. It is really hard sometimes to identify some stones. Like the difference between fuchsite and zoisite, sometimes it looks like the same darn stone. To the point where I've ordered one from a lapidary and gotten the other. And they are stone cutters. Like so I think we are good. I think we hit. I think I got everybody's. Lots of love, everyone. And I will be doing more tarot videos. Just the move really threw me for a loop. So I'll either start them up for December or definitely for the new year. We'll see how far I get through end of November into December. But with that, it's 9:30. So I'm going to go ahead, explain what Reiki is, a little of how it works, how to make the most of your session. And then I'm going to lead into the Reiki session where I send Reiki to you wherever you happen to be. So if you wouldn't mind helping me lift the energy of where you're at and the space that we're all sharing together, go ahead into the chat and just share anything that you're grateful for, anything at all. If you're already comfy cozy, or if you're watching this as a replay, just go ahead and take a deep breath and think about the things you're grateful for, or put them in the comments. Gratitude lifts energy faster than anything else. And while you do that, I'll explain the Reiki and then we're going to get into the healing. So thank you for being here. So as I mentioned at the top of the stream, my name's Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and I've been teaching Usui Reiki for about 15 years. If you want to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification classes, if you want to schedule a one-on-one session or tarot reading, or if you want to shop my Reiki charged crystals, head on over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com. It's linked in the description, as are all of my social media and my email newsletter. So what is Reiki? Well, in the West, Reiki is more or less a catch-all term for energy healing, but specifically I work with Usui Reiki, which was created by Mikao Usui in the early 1920s in Japan, during a time where teaching anything that could even be a part of a religion, or even misconstrued as such, was not a good look. You could end up in a lot of trouble, which made this particular method of energy healing deeply spiritual, yet completely secular, which is exactly why us in the West absolutely adore it so much. The concept of energy at the heart of this practice really comes from Shintoism, which is the indigenous spirituality of Japan, in which everyone and everything is interconnected, and spirit, however you define it, supports us by sending through the spiritually guided soul energy, which is what Reiki translates to. And that energy, it's thought that we're already working with. Our body, mind, and spirit work with this energy all the time to help us to come into the greatest sense of balance and resilience that we can moment to moment. Essentially, what I'll be doing today is using Usui's techniques to connect to that energy and direct even more of it to you, wherever you are and whenever you happen to be watching this, so that your body, mind, and spirit can be supported to do what they already do so well, even better. So during the session, you may have some physical sensations, your emotions may rise up or get released, you may have some logic kind of happening and bringing you to some conclusions, or even hear your subconscious. You may also have some big epiphanies or clarity, or just sort of like a fact kind of catalyzes for you. You may have a deep intuition, and you may have a really amazing nap. And all of those things are highly encouraged. More than likely, your session will be the perfect blend of all of those things that support you right here today. So to make the most of the session, what do you need to do? Nothing. I usually just suggest that you get physically comfortable. Sit up, lay down, grab a blanket, grab a cup of tea, whatever you feel you need. You don't have to do anything. Just being open is enough, and by being here, you're open to it. So feel free to get into that nice comfy place, or if you want to, there's no wrong way to enjoy this time. So make some music, journal, do some stretches, do some yoga, or just close your eyes and just see how you feel, maybe even take a nap. The Reiki will support you however you feel like showing up today. And at any point, if you need to get up or if you get distracted, just take a deep breath in and out. It'll bring you deeper into the session. And just know that you don't have to focus on anything and you don't have to keep your mind silent. The Reiki will be here to support you however you show up today. I will send Reiki for 25 minutes, during which time I will turn down the lights. You'll notice that the colors change slowly and gently. At no point will they flash or strobe, and I will turn the music up. If you enjoy our musical creator, definitely check her out. She's linked at the bottom of the description, so you can listen to this music anytime, anywhere. And at the end of that 25-minute session, you'll hear my voice come back in, encourage you to come back to your body. And at that time, I'll be able to answer any of your questions in chat. If I'm not live, then go ahead and email me through my website, learnreikiphiladelphia.com, with any questions you might have. Also know that Reiki is not constricted by the same constraints that we as humans are. So know that whenever you found this video, it's meant for you. And for those of you who are here live, I'm live same days, same times, 5 days a week. So definitely make this part of your regular healing routine. And know that if you ever do need a session and I'm not live, check out the past healing live stream playlist. Go ahead and enjoy that healing whenever it suits you. Any old video will do. And I'm so honored to be able to have a platform to share that healing with all of you. So let's go ahead back, take a close look at that beautiful grid that all of you inspired, and get into the healing. Ooh, pretty. Let's see. All right, so we are starting as late as we've ever started. So it is 9:35 p.m. on the East Coast of the U.S. And I do encourage you all to be nice and cozy. Oh, tempura cheesecake does sound yummy. Oh, now I'm going to be hungry the whole time. And I don't mind because that sounds delicious. It's okay. I'm making persimmon pie for Thanksgiving. Which, by the way, there will be a stream, at least one on Thanksgiving, if not two. So if you have nowhere to go, or if you're not in the U.S., you'll have something to do. So, yeah. So go ahead, get cozy. I'm going to go ahead and begin sending that Reiki. Enjoy your session, and I'll see you all in 25 minutes. I invite you now to take a slow, deep breath in and out at your own pace. Thank you so much for being here with me this evening. I hope all of you have a beautiful new moon in Scorpio. I hope all of you have a gorgeous week ahead. And my next stream, as usual, will be Tuesday at 8 p.m. East Coast US time. You're welcome, Catherine. All the best in your writing, and I hope you have a good week too. You're welcome, Kiki. Lots of love to you. I hope things get better. You're welcome, Chris. You're so welcome, Creative Diva. I hope this was helpful. And I'm here 5 times a week. You're always welcome here. You're super welcome, Still Not Still. Lots of love to you. Angel Aura Quartz I haven't looked into super much. There's really not a ton of info on the Aura stones. Folks that have written about it almost kind of scrape together what they can. It's hard to find somebody who's super passionate about working with them, who's written about them. But I would take it as intuition, crown chakra, connecting with angels and guides is how it kind of feels for me. It's almost like when I work with it, it almost feels like my guides feel closer. Danny Marie, Cora Carr, and Flower, lots of love to all 3 of you. Patty and Key, lots of love to you both too. Yeah, definitely protection for all those fighting the fires and in the fire's way too. So scary. You're super welcome, Chris. Thank you for being here and lots of love to you. I hope you have a good week ahead. Well, I'm going to go ahead and just give you another minute or two. If you have any questions or anything to share, please do go ahead and drop it in the chat. I'm more than happy to help. And after that, I'm going to go ahead and bring the stream to a close. So thank you everyone so much for being here. It's an honor and a privilege as always. Definitely go ahead and sign up for my email newsletter linked in the description if you want to be the first to know about all of the upcoming holiday sales for crystals and even in some cases for gift certificates. And you're super welcome, Heart. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead too. So everyone take care. I hope to see you all again soon and bye for now.